Stop by to interact with the community and I every Friday night at 8 o'clock for live stream Fridays.
Welcome, trolls. First sees all.
Hi everyone, the weekend is approaching. Still not there, but it's approaching. Bruce Ward's here from Montreal, Quebec, Canada. An asteroid or unidentified flying object in the night. Spooky. So now we're talking about some of you saying, oh, they're all satellites. Well, if they're all satellites, this is real speed. But I'm going to show you one that's a little faster. I don't think it's all satellites. No, satellites, we can definitely rule that out. There are not millions of them going by, only thousands. So they say. It's over 4,000. They say it's up there. Here's a cool one. I love slowing these down and doing it just straight up raw, not tampering with anything. We'll get in a bit closer and look at it as we're checking out here what we're capturing going by. An infrared camera is amazing, and the captures every night, no matter how often you go outside with the infrared camera, you will never come in without having captured many, many astronomical events. Even though they're unexplained, look at the beauty in capturing these moments. I'm a fanatic of that. I've always been a fanatic of capturing moments and, clarifying them the best way possible for others to see. Even though you're not outside, right? I can capture something and at least share it with you guys. So this is pretty intriguing. Usually falling stars, I call them. Slivers that are burning up that go by really, really fast. When I zoom up on them, they're oscillating. They're getting smaller and they have a tail. This object actually looked like a solid object. Rigel star. It's not a star. It is a star system. It's actually known as being a variable star. So just before getting into Rigel, let's go see quickly what a variable star is. It's very simple, and you'll remember this. Variable stars are stars whose brightness, as seen from Earth, us here, the astronomers, the apparent magnitude of it, meaning its brightness, its apparent brightness, fluctuates. This variation, they say, may be caused by a change in emitted light or by something partly blocking the light. Or even I've heard that the light's not making it to Earth. Think of it. This star being termed a variable star, it swells and shrinks. It's an intrinsic variable whose apparent changes in brightness are due to changes in the amount of their light that can reach Earth. Because the star has an orbiting companion that something could be possibly eclipsing it. My favorite stars, guys. Although appearing as a single star to the naked eye, Rigel is actually part of a multiple star system. The name Rigel strictly refers to only the brightest component, although it is commonly applied to the whole system. It's a big system, guys. It's a massive blue-white supergiant estimated to be anywhere from 61,500 to 363,000 times as luminous as our sun, depending on the method used to calculate its properties and assumptions about its distances, estimated to be about 860 light years away. Rigel's radius is over 70 times that of the sun. Pulsations cause Rigel's small intrinsic brightness variation. Rigel star, beautiful star. Many keep telling me it's Nibiru. Well, I'm just being honest. It is Rigel, right in the bottom of the constellation of Orion. But see that beautiful cross there? People wondered, why did you put that on there? I did not. It's the 5 systems on the inside that connect and actually form a cross. It's pretty intriguing. Is there a black hole in the center of that? Who knows? Here's another beautiful nebulae, one of my favorites too. Orion really is my favorite constellation. This is the great nebula of Orion. And inside of that, there are so many objects, okay? So many objects, guys, that are inside. And the creation of stars, where stars are born, You know, we talk about religion, okay, but science-wise, when stars are born, they're born inside of these nebulae. They get very heavy, and until they get heavy, there's an even push from outside of the nebulae and from inside of the nebulae. And when that gives out and those heavy gases fall out of the nebulae, stellar winds are developed, and these star objects or newborn stars go out and meet their first giant celestial object that they will meet. They will probably rotate around it, because that's what attracts the stars around the planets, is the orbit and gravitation around these planets. Pretty interesting when you think of it. The nebulae of Orion is very dense, so I've shown many close-ups of the surface and got some exquisite shots. These are all my shots myself that I got of the nebulae. Really happy I was able to share these with you guys. They're exquisite. I'm just going to stick this one in here. This is Betelgeuse. And Betelgeuse, when you look at the constellation of Orion and you see the Orion's belt, it's just over top. It's one of the highest stars in the constellation of Orion, northwards. So look at all the lines on the surface. There's obviously dense gas, frozen gas or methane lines. There's a lot that I'm learning and that they talk about of the nebulae here in inversion. Isn't it incredible to see the surface, the clouds, even the gas clouds most likely. But this is the complexity of it all. I mean, it is so solid and dense. We could probably land on this thing. This is huge. Okay, look at the lines and straight lines, natural or not, that we can see. I think it's pretty cool being able to take a look at them on the surface. There are little areas where we could see stars inside of the nebulae in actual formation. So pretty incredible. Let's also talk about the Great Nebula of Orion having a developing black hole inside of the nebulae. I've seen that spoken often on university forums, websites of well-known universities. So it's pure energy, right? I'm just showing you. I mean, look what these things are. Look at the stellar force of these things. It's just incredible. Double star systems. I'm going to show you a few constellations. Nice object on the bottom there, probably maybe a falling star I caught, or there's a nebulae in the center there. It's like on bottom left, you can see a bar there, a line. Green nebulae in the center. Here's the constellation of Virgo and Leo, but probably about halfway in the center of both of them. You can see on the top right there. Beautiful objects, binary star systems. It's just endless, right? And each of these lights could be a solar system, or could be an area, oh my gosh, so much bigger than our entire galaxy. Think of it. This is one of my favorites. Also, I love every constellation. This is the constellation of Lyra. In the constellation of Lyra, there are many suns, just like suns here in our solar system. And another favorite of mine, the constellation of Lyra, just filled with suns. Like the sun in our solar system here. Imagine just hundreds and hundreds and thousands of suns. Lyra contains two Messier objects, Messier 56, M56, and NGC 6779, Messier 57, NGC 6720, the Ring Nebula, and has 9 stars with also known planets. Yep, that's pretty cool. Planets in the constellation of Lyra. Here's some that I've been collecting photos of the stars, comparing different sizes. Isn't it beautiful? The brightest star in the constellation is Vega. I also have a video of Vega. Alpha Lyrae, they call it, which is also the 5th brightest star in the sky with an apparent magnitude of, for those who care, 0.03. Some exoplanets, some were found in 2009 and so on and so forth. Every year now, I don't know how many thousands they've found now, planets in the constellations and nearby their stars. Much like our solar system here, we are not alone in the universe. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Aliens are booming. Aliens are booming. And they're minding. Really up there. They're minding.
spying way up there. There might be no moon. Aliens on the moon. Aliens on the moon. And they may be coming soon. They may be coming soon. Aliens on the moon. They're spying on the moon.